Hello students, how are you all? Hope enjoying your holidays. So I am back with the next session. I hope most of you have updated your notebook. Some of you also asked me out from the last video. I hope their doubt must have been clear. So my last video was quite longer. I will try to keep it short so that you will get the concept easily and clearly. So coming back to the topic, but since the last video was quite long, I skipped one topic. So we were discussing about creation of 1D array and 2D arrays. So what were the different methods? Let us revise quickly. First method was using array function. Second method was using empty function. Third method was using zeros. Fourth using ones. Fifth using full, and sixth using arrange function, and the left one is using line space function. Okay, so this one was left bit. Today I will discuss about this one. So using line space function, again this function belongs to NumPy module. So the first thing we have to do is to import the module which is NumPy. So basically it do bit what it does, it is used to prepare array of range. Okay, now what is the meaning of array of range? In this particular function, three arguments are needed. Three arguments are needed means first the starting value, then the ending value, and then how many elements we want between this starting value and the ending value. Suppose starting value is this one and ending value is this one, and I want 10 elements between the starting value and the ending value. Okay, so you have to provide one start value, one end value, means you have to give the range and how many elements you want between that range. Okay, so Python will automatically give you that many equally spaced elements for you. Okay, so let us take one example bit. Suppose I am taking, let me write the comment so that it will be easier for you, and comment can be written using the hash symbol. We are using which function beta? We are using line space function. Okay, so the first thing we will do is import NumPy as np, and let us the name of our array a1, and then we will write np dot line space, then three parameters, at least three parameters are needed. First one, suppose I want the starting value as 2, and the second place suppose I want ending value 10, and in between 2 to 10 I want suppose 6 elements. Okay, and when you will print a1, what the Python will do with it? Python will automatically return how many elements? 6 elements between 2 and 10. So the starting value will be 2 and ending value will be 10, and equally spaced 6 elements will be considered as the elements of array A1. So let us check the output. Now see, first element is 2.0, then 3.6, then 5.2, then 6.8, then 8.4, then 10.0. 6 elements we are getting. So you have to just provide the value for 3 parameters and Python will automatically create the array for you. So these were all about the creation of 1D and 2D arrays. Now the next important topic is beta. Suppose we are having one-dimensional array with us and we want to create 2D array from that one-dimensional array. Okay, and for that one important function we are having, and the name of the function is reshape function. Remember beta, this function is very important. What is the purpose of this function? This function is used to create 2D array from 1D array. Now in the example, now in the diagram beta, see I am having one dimensional array. Okay, how many elements we are having? We are having 6 elements. Okay, so suppose I want to form a 2D array from this one dimensional array. since we are having 6 elements, here we are having 6 elements. Now these 6 elements can be arranged in 2D array in how many different forms? Only 2 forms, bete. If we are having 6 elements, we can have 2D array as either 2 rows 3 columns or 3 rows 2 columns, because altogether we can have only 6 elements, since 1D array is having 6 elements. Okay, so when we will convert it into 2D array, so those 6 elements can be arranged in these 2 different ways, and these 2 different way are what? Either we will have 2 rows and 3 columns, okay, like this one, the first one, or we may have 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so these 2D array can be created from the one dimensional array. Is it clear? So if we want to create a 2D array from one dimensional array, the one thing needed is this reshape function. Okay, and another thing needed is what dimension you want to be created from 1D array. What dimension means, if you want the first case, then you have to mention the number of rows as 2 and number of columns as 3. But if you want the 2D array as the second case, in that case number of rows will be what? 3, and number of columns will be what? 2. So let us create, bete. So suppose we are having NumPy as NP. Okay, let us create first one dimensional array. Okay, I am creating one dimensional array using the function array, and array function is used to create an array from a list. Okay, so 3 4 5 6, I am directly here providing the list, bete. Okay, so what it will do, it will convert this list into array. Okay, so let us print, let us check whether we are getting our one dimensional array or not. After that we will proceed. Yes, we are getting one dimensional array. Now what we will do, bete, we will create a 2D array from this one dimensional array, and let us take the name as A2 for the 2-dimensional array. Okay, now what else we have to do? We have to use which function, bete? We have to use reshape function, and since the reshape function belongs to NumPy module, again we have to use what, bete? We have to use np dot reshape. Okay, and which array we want to reshape? We want to reshape array A1. Okay, so this should be the first argument, and in the second argument you have to mention the dimension. Dimension means how many rows and how many columns. So suppose I want to create a 2D array with 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, let us print what we are getting. Suppose I am printing A2. Let us check the output, what we are getting. Now see what we have done, bete. We are reshaping the one dimensional array using the function reshape, and then what we have to provide at least 2 parameters. The first parameter is name of the one dimensional array, which in our case was A1, and then the dimension. Okay, dimension, since first I have written 3, it means 3 number of rows, and after that I have written 2, it means 2 number of columns. Now check here, we are having 3 number of rows and 2 number of columns. What, bete, if we want 2 number of rows and 3 number of columns? Just you have to change the dimension. Okay, so let us change the dimension as here I am giving here 2 number of rows and 3 number of columns. If you will check in the result, we will have, now see, we are having 2 number of rows and 3 number of columns. Okay, so bete, this is the method to create 2D array from one dimensional array. Okay, so one thing also I want to discuss you here, that we were having elements as 1 2 3 4 5 6, and when we are creating 2D array, now see, first row is filled. No, so 1 2, first row is over, then 3 4, second row is over, then 5 6, means row wise filling of element is going on. Here also we are having 2 rows, so and 3 columns. So 1 2 3 means first row is filling out first, then the second row is filling out first. What if we want that first the element should be column wise, means first the first column should be filled, then the second column should be filled, then so on. Instead of row wise filling, if we want column wise filling, then we have to use one more argument, and let me tell you about this one. Okay, so if you want column wise filling of element, then you have to write here order equal to f. Okay, now let us run. Sorry, now see, instead of row wise filling, what happened here? First 1 2 3 is filled in first column, then 4 5 6 is filled in the second column. Similarly, for the second case where we want 2 number of rows and 3 number of columns, you can do it similarly. So again here we have to give order equal to f. So again we will have 2 number of rows and 3 number of columns. The only difference will be what beta? The filling, the arranging of element. Earlier it was row wise arrangement, this time it will be column wise arrangement. So first the first column will be filled, then the second, then the third. Okay, so this is the difference between if we are writing order equal to f. If you are not writing order is equal to f, then that arrangement is known as row wise arrangement. This one is column wise arrangement. Okay, so these were all about creation of array and how to create 2D array from one dimensional array. Okay, so very soon you will have a small test of 10 multiple choice questions, and I will give you the video related to that. So hope today's topic is clear to all of you. So thank you for watching. If you find my video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So thank you for watching. Bye, take care.